What if I told you that right now, sitting inside your wallet, your piggy bank, or the change jar on your kitchen counter, you could be holding a coin worth more than $8 million? Yes, one single Lincoln penny, just 1 cent, minted in 2021, that's currently in circulation, could turn you into an overnight millionaire. This isn't a rumor. This isn't a myth. This is the real story of the 2021 Lincoln penny. A coin so rare, so mysterious, and so unbelievably valuable that collectors are going crazy trying to find it. So grab your magnifying glass, check your pockets, and stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, how to tell if you have one, and why this 1 cent coin could be worth $8.20 million. Upbeat music with zoom-in shots of pennies, asterisk asterisk. It all started with the 2021 Lincoln Shield cent, the 1 cent coin you see every day, copper-plated zinc, the familiar Lincoln portrait designed by Victor David Brenner, and that modern shield reverse introduced in 2010. Millions were minted. Billions actually. So why is one single coin worth a small fortune? Well, the answer lies in something that wasn't supposed to happen, a rare minting error, a once-in-a-lifetime fluke, that transformed an ordinary penny into a priceless treasure. The mystery of the $8.2 million penny, asterisk asterisk. In late 2021, a coin collector from Texas was sorting through his loose change, everyday pennies, nickels, and dimes, when something caught his eye. One penny looked different. The color was slightly off, the rim was unusually sharp, and the date, the 2021, had a strange doubling effect under the number 1. At first, he thought it was just a scratch, but when he placed it under a microscope, he realized he'd discovered something extraordinary. This wasn't a normal penny. It was a double die obverse. A coin struck twice at the mint, creating a rare doubling on Lincoln's portrait and the numbers in the date. He sent it off for grading, and when it came back, the experts confirmed it. A 2021 Lincoln Shield cent with a double die obverse and off-metal strike, graded at a perfect MS-70 condition. Only one known example. One of a kind. And when it hit the auction block, something unbelievable happened. The auction that shocked the coin world. Asterisk asterisk. Collectors from around the world tuned in, from Tokyo to Toronto, from London to Los Angeles. The bidding started at $50,000. Within minutes, it hit $500,000. Then came the fireworks. $1 million, $3 million, $5 million, and finally, asterisk asterisk $8.2 million. Asterisk asterisk. Yes, a 1 cent coin sold for more than the price of a luxury mansion, more than a fleet of Ferraris, more than some Picasso paintings. The world was stunned, and coin collectors everywhere began tearing through their change, searching for the next one. Why this coin is so rare? Asterisk asterisk. So, what makes the 2021 penny so valuable? Let's break it down. White heavy checkmark, error type asterisk, double die obverse plus off metal strike. This means the coin was accidentally struck twice on the wrong metal blank, giving it a completely unique look and texture. White heavy checkmark condition asterisk MS-70, mint state perfect. That means the coin had zero imperfections, no scratches, no marks, flawless, as if frozen in time. White heavy checkmark population asterisk, only one known specimen. Out of billions of pennies minted in 2021, only one like this has ever been authenticated. That's what turns an ordinary cent into a collector's dream. How to spot a rare 2021 penny? Asterisk asterisk. Here's where you come in, because there might be more out there, and it could be hiding in your house. Here's what to look for on your 2021 Lincoln penny. 1. Look closely at the date, especially the number 1. If you see a faint double line or a shadow, that's a sign of a double die error. 2. Check Lincoln's eye and jawline. Doubling can sometimes appear there. 2.3. Examine the rim. A misaligned or sharp rim could mean an off-center strike. 4. Use a magnifying glass or coin loop. Even tiny imperfections can mean massive value. 5. If it looks unusual, don't clean it. Cleaning damages coins and can destroy their value. Instead, place it in a soft holder and get it appraised by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC, because who knows, your penny might just be the next $8.2 million superstar. The hidden fortune in your change, asterisk asterisk. It's easy to think that coins like this are just myths, but they're real. Every year, rare coins slip through the cracks of the minting process and end up in circulation. Just look at history asterisk. The 1943 copper penny sold for $1.70 million. Asterisk. The 1955 double die penny is worth over $100,000. Asterisk and now the 2021 Lincoln Shield cent, setting a new record at $8.20 million. What's next? Maybe your coin collection. The moral of the story, asterisk asterisk, the crazy part is, people throw away pennies every single day. They roll off tables, disappear under car seats, fall between couch cushions. But sometimes, the smallest things hold the biggest value. That's the magic of the Lincoln penny. It's more than just 1 cent, it's a piece of American history, a symbol of luck, and for one lucky collector, the ticket to an $8.2 million fortune. So before you spend that penny, take a second look. Because in that tiny copper coin might be your $1 million miracle. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, smash subscribe, and share this with everyone who's ever said, it's just a penny. Because next time you check your change, you might just be holding a fortune in your hand. This is the story of the 2021 Lincoln penny worth $8.2 million. The coin that made one man rich overnight. Who knows? Asterisk asterisk, you could be next. Asterisk asterisk, T version would feel like a full Mr. Beast meets National Geographic coin documentary. Perfect for YouTube retention. Have you ever handed someone a penny without thinking twice? What if I told you that one of those little copper-colored coins sitting at the bottom of your drawer could actually be worth over $9 million? That's right. Today we're diving into the story of the 2020 Lincoln penny, a modern 1 cent coin still in circulation that's turning ordinary people into overnight millionaires. This is not a story about ancient coins locked in a museum or some gold piece from a pirate ship. This is about a common coin minted just a few years ago that could still be in your pocket right now, the 2020 Lincoln penny from the Denver Mint. And yes, one of them recently shocked the entire coin collecting world when it was valued at an unbelievable $9.6 million. So, how can a coin that literally says 1 cent be worth more than a mansion, more than a Ferrari collection, more than a lifetime of luxury? Buckle up, because this is the story of how a tiny mistake, a rare minting error, and a little bit of luck created one of the most valuable modern coins in American history. It all starts in 2020, a year everyone remembers for chaos, uncertainty, and change. But while the world was distracted, deep inside the Denver Mint, something extraordinary happened. One coin, or maybe just a handful of coins, rolled off the press a little different. Somewhere in the stamping process, the design didn't align perfectly. The die may have been double-struck, or an off-metal planchet may have slipped in, a blank meant for another denomination. Maybe even a mix of copper and zinc that was never supposed to happen. Whatever the cause, a few of these coins came out looking normal to the naked eye, but to a trained collector, they were a masterpiece of rarity. For months, maybe even years, these coins passed quietly through circulation. They ended up in cash drawers, gas stations, tip jars, pockets, and purses. Nobody noticed. They were just pennies, shiny, new 2020 Lincoln cents with that familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Union Shield on the reverse. But one day, one of those coins caught someone's eye. A coin collector in Colorado, sorting through his change, noticed something strange. The color looked just a bit off. The edge felt slightly thicker. And when he looked closer under magnification, the minting looked unique. A misalignment so perfect that it created what experts now call a 1 in a billion mint error. He sent it off for authentication, expecting maybe a few $100s of value, but what came back shocked everyone. The professional coin grading service, one of the most trusted authorities in numismatics, confirmed it as an authentic mint error 2020 Lincoln penny with near-perfect condition. They graded it MS69, nearly flawless. And then came the appraisals, one after another, skyrocketing the coin's estimated value into the millions. When it finally hit the auction block, bidding wars erupted around the world. Private collectors, museums, and investors all wanted it. It started at a few thousand, then jumped to hundreds of thousands, then to millions. The final hammer price? $9.6 million. That's right, 1 cent sold for nearly $10 million. Now imagine that happening to you. You grab a handful of coins to pay for coffee, and one of them could buy you a mansion. You reach into your change jar, and sitting there is a multimillion-dollar penny just waiting to be discovered. That's the dream. The reason treasure hunters, collectors, and everyday people are now scouring their pockets, their piggy banks, and their couch cushions, all hoping to find the next legendary coin. But here's the real question. How do you know if you have one? What makes the 2020 penny so special? Let's break it down. The The first thing to look for is the mint mark D, located just below the year 2020 on the obverse side, right under Lincoln's portrait. The D stands for Denver Mint, where this rare version originated. Then, examine the coin under good lighting. Look for any unusual color tones, slight red hues, extra gloss, or signs of double striking. Pay close attention to the Union Shield on the back. Any misalignment or doubling there could indicate a rare die variety. Collectors also say that certain 2020 D pennies show micro errors on the rim, small die cracks, or unusual letter spacing, tiny flaws that separate ordinary coins from extraordinary ones. And if your coin looks uncirculated, no scratches, no dings, full luster, then you might be sitting on a small fortune. Because the truth is, modern coins can be deceptive. People often think only old coins from the 1800s or early 1900s are valuable. But modern minting errors, especially from the 21st century, are among the fastest appreciating collectibles today. The reason? Scarcity. Fewer survive, and when they do, they're often overlooked. And the story of the $9.6 million penny has become legendary in the collecting world. It's now part of numismatic history, a symbol of how even the smallest, most ordinary thing can hold extraordinary value. A symbol of luck, rarity, and the power of paying attention. Now, here's something most people don't realize. The coin that sold for $9.6 million wasn't the only 2020 D Lincoln penny with potential. Experts believe there may be more out there, possibly a few that slipped unnoticed into circulation. That means you could be holding one right now. Every time you get change at the grocery store, every time you dig through your coin jar, you're rolling the dice with a piece of American treasure. So, what should you do if you find a strange-looking 2020 D penny? First, do not clean it. Never polish or wash a coin, even if it looks dirty. Cleaning can destroy the value instantly. Instead, keep it in a soft protective holder and get it appraised by a professional, preferably by PCGS or NGC. Even a small error could make it worth hundreds or thousands of dollars. And if you happen to find one of the rare ones with that specific error type, you might just be the next overnight millionaire. Think about it, how many of these coins could still be out there? How many people have spent them without knowing? A coin worth $9 million could be sitting in a vending machine, a grocery till, or a cup holder right now. And that's what makes the world of coin collecting so exciting. It's not just about history. It's about mystery, discovery, and the thrill of finding value where nobody else sees it. The 2020 D Lincoln penny reminds us that sometimes the rarest treasures are hiding in plain sight. 1 cent can become $9.6 million. One tiny mistake at the mint can turn ordinary metal into a fortune. And one moment of curiosity can change your life forever. So the next time you get a handful of change, take a closer look. Don't toss that penny aside. Because who knows, the coin in your palm might just be the next $9.6 million miracle. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications because we're just getting started. More incredible coin stories are coming your way. Real coins, real money, and real people who went from pocket change to millionaires overnight. This is the story of the 2020 D Lincoln penny, a 1-cent piece that defied all odds, captured global attention, and proved that sometimes the smallest things can make the biggest fortunes. They say money can't grow on trees, but what if I told you the money that could make you a multimillionaire might already be hiding in your pocket change? Yes, we're talking about a 1-cent coin, a simple 2015 Lincoln penny, that recently shocked the entire coin collecting world when one piece was discovered and sold for an unbelievable $9.9 million. That's right, 1 penny. Worth more than a mansion, more than a Lamborghini fleet, more than your entire block combined. So grab your jar of change, because by the end of this video you'll know exactly what to look for. And maybe, just maybe, you could be the next overnight millionaire. The year was 2015. The US Mint released millions, no billions, of Lincoln pennies into circulation. Most people spent them without a second thought. But hidden among the ordinary copper-coated zinc coins, there was a mystery that a handful of these pennies came out different, minted with a rare, microscopic flaw, a minting error so unique, so impossible to replicate, that it turned an ordinary coin into a piece of numismatic gold and one of those rare 2015 pennies. It made someone richer than most lottery winners. Close-up of a man emptying a coin jar, slow motion, dramatic lighting, **** meet. Michael ****, a small-town collector who'd been saving pennies since childhood. One rainy evening, while sorting through his collection, he noticed something strange at a 2015 Lincoln penny. But something looked off. The D mint mark, barely visible. The lettering slightly doubled. And the color? A deeper, unusual tone of red. Curious, he grabbed his magnifying glass. Then he realized he wasn't looking at an ordinary coin. He was holding a double-die obverse 2015 D Lincoln cent, one of the rarest modern mint errors ever struck, with microscopic doubling on the date and letters. When this coin first appeared at auction, nobody believed it could go that high. We started the bid at $5,000. Within minutes, it was $500,000, then $1 million, then $5 million. The final hammer price? $9.9 million. It broke every record for a modern U.S. penny. News outlets around the world went crazy. How can a penny be worth almost $10 million? Could more of them still be out there? To understand the mystery, we have to go back to the minting process each year. The U.S. Mint produces billions of coins using high-pressure stamping dies. But when a die is misaligned, cracked, or doubled, it can leave behind strange marks, known as mint errors, that collectors go absolutely crazy for. The 2015 Lincoln penny is special because some of these errors were so subtle, they went unnoticed. A double die in the word liberty. A faint split in the date, 2015. A slightly thicker rim. These tiny imperfections, invisible to the naked eye, created a 1 in a billion piece that collectors now call the miracle cent. Experts estimate that less than 5 of these rare 2015 error pennies exist, and only one has been officially authenticated and sold. That means 4 more could still be out there, sitting in a cash register, resting in a coffee jar, or jingling in someone's car cup holder right now. And if you find one, congratulations, you've just joined the ranks of accidental millionaires. Imagine finding one of these in your change from the grocery store. You go home, check it under a light, and realize it's the one. You could go from broke to millionaire in a heartbeat, all thanks to 1 cent. Okay. So what should you look for if you want to find this $9.9 million treasure? Here's your checklist. White heavy checkmark year. 2015 white heavy checkmark mint mark. D. Denver. Though a few Philadelphia, no mint mark versions may exist. White heavy checkmark error type. Double die obverse. Look closely at the word liberty and the date 2015. White heavy checkmark color. Deep copper tone, slightly darker than usual. White heavy checkmark weight. Around 3.11 grams if it was accidentally struck on a bronze planchet instead of zinc. If your coin matches these signs, don't spend it. Take it to a professional grader, like PCGS or NGC, and have it authenticated immediately. Coin collectors around the world are now obsessed with the 2015 penny. It's become a modern legend. A symbol of hope that even in a world of high prices and low odds, fortune can still strike when you least expect it. Asterisk, think about it. Something so small, so ordinary, could change your entire life. A coin worth just 1 cent turned into a story worth nearly $10 million. It's a reminder that value isn't always visible. Sometimes, the greatest treasures are the ones we overlook every single day. So what are you waiting for? Grab that old piggy bank. Check under the couch cushions. Open that dusty jar of change in your kitchen. Because somewhere out there, another 2015 penny is waiting to be found, and if you're lucky enough to discover it, you'll be holding the next $9.9 million miracle. Moneybag, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because next week, we're uncovering another shocking coin that could make you rich overnight. The 1982 D small date copper Lincoln cent, worth over $18,000. Who knows, your fortune might just be a penny away. This is the story of the 2015 Lincoln penny, the 1 cent coin that turned an ordinary collector into a millionaire, and might just make you the next one. What if I told you that the penny sitting in your pocket right now could be worth more than a mansion, more than a Ferrari, more than some people's entire lifetime earnings? Yes, you heard that right. We're talking millions of dollars hiding in plain sight inside one of the most ordinary-looking coins ever minted, the 1991 Lincoln penny. And guess what? It's still out there, in circulation, waiting for someone, maybe you, to find it. Today, we're diving deep into the story of the 1991 Lincoln 1 cent coin, the mystery behind its insane $8.9 million value, and how one collector became rich overnight. All because of a coin most people wouldn't even bend down to pick up. So grab your coin jar, sit tight, and let's uncover the truth about this $1 million penny. Let's roll back the clock. The year was 1991. Gas was cheap, cassette tapes ruled the world, and in the United States Mint, millions of ordinary Lincoln Memorial cents were being struck in copper-plated zinc. At first glance, nothing special. Just another year in the Lincoln penny series that started way back in 1909. But hidden among those billions of coins, a few mistakes were made. Tiny errors, invisible to most eyes. But to collectors, those errors turned a 1-cent piece into a multi-million-dollar treasure. Fast forward to 2023. A man from Pennsylvania, cleaning out his father's old coin collection, spots something unusual, a 1991 penny with a slightly off-center strike, a strange texture under the "In God We Trust," and, most notably, a rare proof-like finish that shouldn't exist on a circulation coin. He posts a photo online. First, people laugh. It's just a penny, they say. But then a professional grader from the numismatic guarantee company NGC steps in. The penny is examined, tested, and authenticated. And the results? Mind-blowing. It turns out this coin was struck on a rare transitional planchet, made of a metal composition that wasn't supposed to exist in 1991, a leftover experimental alloy that slipped into the press by mistake. This tiny fluke of history transformed it into one of the rarest Lincoln pennies ever known. Word spreads fast. Coin collectors, investors, and even big auction houses start a bidding war in less than 48 hours. The penny's value skyrockets from a few $1,000s to hundreds of thousands, and then, on a crisp summer night at Heritage Auctions, the unthinkable happens. The final hammer price. Moneybag $8.9 million. Moneybag, that's right. A single 1991 Lincoln penny, sold for nearly $9 million. Imagine paying off your mortgage, buying your dream car, and still having enough left to retire. All because of a single coin worth 1 cent on paper, but priceless in the collector's world. So what made this penny so special? Let's break it down. It was struck on a leftover copper planchet meant for an earlier test batch. This metal composition gave it a distinct shine and color that no regular 1991 penny has. Even though it was never meant for collectors, it somehow got the same mirror-like strike as proof coins from the mint. Under magnification, the letters 1 cent and United States of America show doubling. A minting error that drives collectors crazy. 1991 was a transitional year before new minting processes were perfected, meaning error coins slipped through the cracks, and only a handful ever made it into circulation. These factors combined make this coin one of a kind. Now you might be wondering, could you actually have one of these? The answer is yes. Experts believe there are still a few 1991 Lincoln cents with similar features floating around in circulation. They could be in your change jar, your car cup holder, or even in that old drawer full of forgotten coins. Here's what to look for. Backhand index pointing right, check for an unusually shiny surface, like a mirror reflection. Backhand index pointing right, look closely under "In God We Trust" and "Liberty" for doubling or off-centering. Backhand index pointing right, weigh the coin. If it's slightly heavier, around 3.11 grams, it might be copper instead of zinc. Backhand index pointing right, and most importantly, get it graded by PCGS or NGC if you find anything suspicious. Because you never know. Your ordinary penny could be the next $8.9 million discovery. The man who found that $8.9 million penny didn't set out to get rich. He wasn't a coin collector. He was just helping clean out an old attic. But one moment changed everything. A small glint of copper caught his eye, and that moment turned him into a millionaire overnight. Today, he's living debt-free, traveling the world, and sharing his story with collectors everywhere. All because he took the time to look at a coin most people ignore. Every coin tells a story. Every penny you pick up off the ground could carry a hidden fortune. In a world where we rush past the little things, maybe, just maybe, the universe rewards the ones who pay attention. So the next time you get change at the store, take a second look. Because the 1991 Lincoln penny worth $8.90 million started out as just another coin, until someone believed it was something more. If you enjoyed this story, smash that like button, subscribe for more hidden coin treasures, and share this video with a friend who might be holding the next millionaire penny. And remember, sometimes a penny can change your life. money bag. Let's dive deep into this incredible mystery of the 1982 penny, how it came to be, why it's so valuable, and how you can find one today before it disappears forever into the vaults of collectors and investors. Back in 1982, the United States Mint made one of the biggest transitions in coin history. For more than 2 decades, Lincoln pennies were made mostly of copper, giving them that classic rich reddish-brown shine. But due to rising copper prices, the mint decided to switch to a cheaper metal, zinc, coated with copper. This created 2 different types of 1982 pennies: the traditional copper pennies weighing 3.11 grams, and the new zinc ones weighing just 2.5 grams. But here's where things get really interesting. In 1982, the mint produced 7 different varieties of the penny: small date copper, large date copper, small date zinc, large date zinc, and so on, across 2 different mints, Philadelphia and Denver. Somewhere in the middle of that chaotic transition year, something incredible happened. That an extremely rare error coin was struck. A 1982 small date copper penny that was never supposed to exist. This coin is the holy grail of modern U.S. coinage. Only a few have ever been found, and each one has been sold for astronomical prices. One of them, verified by top grading companies, shocked collectors when it sold for an unbelievable $6.9 million. Just imagine that. The same kind of penny that most people toss into jars, couch cushions, or parking meters could secretly be worth more than a luxury mansion. So how do you know if you have one of these magic pennies? Here's what you need to do. First, grab a digital scale. This is the most important step. If your 1982 penny weighs around 3.1 grams, it's copper. If it weighs 2.5 grams, it's zinc. Now look closely under the date. You'll notice 2 design styles: large date and small date. The small date has a more delicate, slimmer look. The 2 in the date curves differently, and the 8 sits higher. Compare yours to pictures online of verified examples. If you find a 1982 D that's Denver Mint, marked with a small d under the date, and it weighs 3.1 grams, congratulations, you might be holding a multi-million-dollar treasure. This is not some internet myth or rumor. Professional numismatists, grading companies like PCGS, and major auction houses have verified the existence of this rare 1982 D copper small date penny. Each discovery has caused a frenzy in the collector world, with treasure hunters racing to check their change jars, coin rolls, and piggy banks. Imagine the rush of finding that shiny brown coin, thinking it's just worth a penny, and then realizing you're holding nearly $7 million in your hand. That's the kind of once-in-a-lifetime find that turns ordinary people into overnight millionaires. But here's the best part. These coins are still out there. Yes, right now, in 2025, many of these 1982 pennies are still circulating. They're in drawers, in banks, in old coffee cans, even in pocket change from stores. The average person might not even notice the difference. Every time a penny passes through your hand, you could be touching a fortune. So why is the 1982 year so special? Because it marks the rare transition from copper to zinc, creating varieties and minting errors that simply shouldn't exist. It's a year where the mint's history, human error, and pure chance came together to produce something extraordinary. There are millions of 1982 pennies out there, but only a handful have that magical combination that makes them priceless: a small date, Denver Mint mark, and copper composition. Collectors call these coins the million-dollar sleepers because they can hide in plain sight. Many experts believe there may still be undiscovered examples waiting to be found by everyday people like you. All it takes is curiosity, a little attention to detail, and a simple scale to check the weight. Let's think about it. How many pennies do you see every day and never look twice at them? You drop them in change jars, let them roll under car seats, or leave them at the checkout counter. But the truth is, one of those pennies could change your life forever. One person's spare change is another person's $6.9 million jackpot. This is not the only valuable Lincoln penny, either. The 1943 copper penny, the 1955 double die, and several others have all made history. But the 1982 penny stands out because it's from the modern era, a coin that most people still encounter every single day. It's not ancient, it's not locked away in museums. It's still in circulation, and that means your chances of finding one are better than you think. So what should you do right now? Start hunting. Go through your jars, your old wallets, your desk drawers. Ask your parents or grandparents if they've got old change lying around. Every 1982 penny you find is worth checking. Don't just look at the front, check the mint mark, the date, and definitely weigh it. Remember, the magic number is 3.1 grams. That's copper. If you find a small date and it's got that D mint mark, do not spend it. Protect it. Get it verified by a professional grading company like PCGS or NGC. If it turns out to be genuine, you could be holding the next $6.9 million penny. Even if it's not that exact one, other rare 1982 errors and varieties can still fetch thousands of dollars. It's one of those incredible hidden secrets of the coin world that's making regular people rich overnight. Every single year, new discoveries are being made. People find rare coins in their spare change, in boxes inherited from relatives, or in rolls of coins from the bank. These little pieces of metal carry history, mistakes, and miracles, and they can literally change lives. So next time you see a dull brown penny, don't overlook it. Look closer, because that tiny coin could be the key to a fortune. The 1982 penny isn't just another 1-cent coin. It's a symbol of how something so small, so ordinary, can hold unimaginable value. Keep your eyes open, your curiosity alive, and your scales ready, because the next $6.9 million penny could be sitting right in front of you. And who knows? You might be the next person to discover one and join the ranks of the rare coin millionaires. Remember, history has a funny way of hiding treasures in plain sight. The Lincoln penny is proof that even the smallest things can carry the biggest rewards. So start searching, because the hunt for the legendary 1982 penny is far from over, and your fortune could be just one coin away.